Eh. Oh, didn't see you there. Hey guys, do you ever wonder how those non-native English speakers know where to put their stress whenever saying a word? For example, whenever they say the difference between two words, like the desert and dessert, they have the opposite meaning of each other, but somehow the native English speaker knew about them. That's because of the stress. And today, my name is Muhammad Al-Fajri. I would like to explain a little bit about how does we suggesting or predicting where to put the stress on a word. Join me in this short explanatory video. To start off, what we need to know that what is word stress? Well, a word stress in English is the individual sounds of a word, like syllable, or we call it syllable, which we will discuss in just a moment. And not so that they aren't pronounced with the same way. Usually, a word, often the one syllable of the word receive more emphasis than the other. For example, let's take a word that has three syllables, like beautiful, beautiful. The word stress falls on the first one, which is the beau. Now that you have the definition of the word stress, I'm gonna explain to you how do we predict where to place the stress placement. The first rule on predicting stress placement on English word would be somehow and sometimes the nouns and adjective with two syllables often has their own stress placement. When a noun or a word that referring to a person, thing, place, or anything, or an adjective, which is a word that gives information about a noun, has two syllables. The stress is usually placed on the first syllable. Example: table, table; scissor, scissor; pretty, pretty; and clever, like clever. But unfortunately, this is completely random. There are exceptions to it because, as we all know, English has borrowed a lot of other language. So there are a few words that has a different syllable on saying them because, as I mentioned before, English has borrowed a lot of words from other language. The second of all, there are some general rules from English in which that it allows us to determine or predict the stress placement in many English words. The rules itself it consists of two. It's a little bit complicated, I might say. The first one is noun rule. The noun rule is where you stress the penultimate syllable if it's heavy. If the penultimate syllable is light, we should stress the antepenultimate. Example: aroma, agenda, and discipline. The second rule is verb rules. Stress the final syllable if it's heavy, and if the final syllable is somehow like stress the penultimate syllable. Example: obey, observe, atone, tally, and hurry. Note that these stress rule are effective in accounting for stress placement in many English nouns and verbs, and of course for native speaker. Action in determining stress placement on board word, which is very frequently, as I may say, altered to conform the English pattern. However, note that there are still many exceptions. There is one final category of word with its own characteristic stress pattern. Well, in English, compound, which are composed morphologically of two independent words that signal a single concept. Stress characteristically on the first element distinguishes the compound. In the end, the information that I gave you may have been a little wrong or a little bit far from perfect, of course. So as we know that stress is really important in the modern world. Stress is very important on speaking with someone, of course, because native speaker often to things confused and mixed up with another word because wrong placement of stress. But in the end, we're all learning. Of course, I'm learning too. So yeah. So that's it for me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you